So I guess which movie came first, an Angry Boy or The Hangman?
We shot an Angry Boy back in 2021.
Oh my
I
god.
auditioned for it in May of 2021, and then we shot it throughout like September, like a little bit of August and September, and then that was the end of principal photography. And then like a few months later, they shot some more stuff, and then like a year after that, we shot the opening scene, and that was when I think
Oh.
all any sort of shooting was done. And then,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So Angry Boy's been around for a while, or ish, you know, the world. So what were I mean, you're a relatively new actor, right? Are these kind of like what's your acting career been like up until this point?
yeah, Angry Boy was my first movie. Before that, I'd done like some student films, some short films, and a lot of them were like we shot them, but because like we shot them like at the beginning of 2020 or like the end of 2019, like they either didn't get finished or productions had to stop because of COVID. And it really wasn't until 2021 that I was able to audition and stuff for all that again. And I mean, I started technically in high school doing like plays and musicals and
Okay. Yeah.
but yeah, I hadn't done it, I guess, professionally until yeah, 2021 starting then.
Wait, that's so what a wild ride. Also, what a wild first film for you. Like you really just hit the ground running with a film with a lot of really intense and important themes, but wow, like what a splash to make, I guess, with your
It
first feature.
it was pretty crazy when I got like the offer from Andrew, the email. He's like, "Here's the script, read it through. If you're cool with it, let's do it." And I read the script and I was like, "Man, he thinks I could do that? Like, there's no way. Like, this story's so intense and it's so dramatic." I was like, "I really have to dig deep and go to those places." But eventually, when we shot it, was able to do it. But I was very surprised at myself being able to conjure up that stuff. It was like, "Whoo, this is gonna be a wild ride. Let's jump on."
Where did that come from? I don't know, but I'm glad it did. Like that's got to be crazy for you as an actor, especially like a new actor to really find that strength and that power in yourself. That's got to be so cool. Like especially again with such an like a crazy movie that has so many wild twists and turns. Like you feel so confident. Just to give you a little compliment here, like there's a confidence to you in that movie, which is really cool to hear you talk about it and then after seeing the movie.
Thank you so much. There was definitely days when I saw like, okay, we're shooting that scene that day. When I saw it on the schedule, I was like, oh, that day's coming up.
That's the worst. All right, I really gotta like get in the like. Did you have like a process of getting in the zone almost for you, like your character?
Um, it was the story is so dark, but the vibe on set was very fun.
That
Like,
is my favorite. I always hear that about the most fucked up or like kind of like
yeah,
dark movies. It's always the most fun on set and the most fun people. My movie's pretty fucked up too, and we all were just laughing between takes.
I feel like it's the only way to like stay like sane during that stuff. Because if you just embrace the darkness and don't like try and take a break from it, it just like would overtake you. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like my fellow actors and like everyone in the cast and crew and stuff, like it felt like summer camp to me shooting that movie. So like I had the time of my life, and then it was like, okay, we're having fun, action,
And you're
serious
just like,
mode,
that's so that's awesome. I know, very like, all right, we gotta be
very
like very
professional.
stoic, very angry, and very like full of trauma, like
Exactly,
very quickly.
exactly that. Yeah.
Well, and then with the hangman, how did that opportunity kind of crop up?
That one was a surprise too, because I mean, it on the like breakdown or whatever on Actors Access, it was like upstate New York local hires only. And I got lucky that my sister was like moving up into that area at the time. I was like, okay, maybe I could crash with her, and I'll submit to this and see if that happens. And I didn't even have to audition. I had a reel and I sent like my headshot, and Bruce, the director, reached out to me and was like, "Hey, so we're kind of making some decisions here. It's mostly because I'm tall, like I'm 6'4", so they wanted a tall, kind of lanky presence. And yeah, I sent him my reel and I was like, I'm 6'4". I can play the scary guy. Like I'm like the Slender Man. And yeah, he just checked out my materials and then was like, yeah, let's do this thing.
I'm sorry. I'm the Slender Man. Like I'm the
Yeah,
Slender Man. Wait,
yeah.
wait, that's so okay, so you play the hangman, right? And so it's so different from an angry boy because you're covered up the whole time and you're silent. What a wild like kind of contrast of your first two feature film roles to go from this like vigilante to silent monster. What a cool range you have already as a young actor.
Yeah, it was really cool because I was just like really excited because it's like, okay, when you have the mask on and all that stuff, like you have to, and like you kind of disappear behind it. You don't have to worry so much about those like actor thoughts of like, oh, did I say that line weird or anything. It's really just like being in the physicality of it. And it was, yeah, it was really cool to get to do something different like that. And I have a little a friend up above me. There he is.
Only thing on the wall too, just like blank wall and then that. Oh my god, that's so wait, then that's awesome that like you got to again you have acting chops, but then also maybe I tall I feel like tall kind of skinny men always get put in that creature role sometimes. Like they like, oh
Mhm.
cool, we can put stuff on you, but it's cool that you have both in your reel now. You're like, I can be a cool monster and also an act like an actual like lots of dialogue actor. Wow, you got really the big range so quickly. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say.
But so what was the process like then getting in the makeup? I know it was low budget, so it's not too crazy, but like is it was it a lot of makeup? Was it just a mask? Like what was that process like to become the hangman?
So the makeup artist for the movie, her name's Jess Hyduke. She rocks. I loved getting to spend time with her. The whole thing is
Got real
there's the
close, I bet.
she's awesome. She killed it, and she did all of the special effects and stuff for the movie, like all the gross blood, all that stuff. She nails it. And for the Hangman, it's there was the face piece, which is up there, and then there was also like hand
Yeah.
prosthetics that just went on like the top, and then she would like glue those on, glue the face on, and then just dirty up my hands, put like fingernails and stuff on. And the first time we did it, it took about 4 hours to do,
Okay.
just sitting in the chair, just hanging out with her. But by the end of the movie, we had gotten it down to about like 2 hours.
Wow. What were you on set every day?
No, I was
Okay.
only there like I probably only shot like 5 or 6 days with
Okay.
them total, I think. I'm not
Okay.
sure exactly, but
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Um, so I didn't have to put it on that many times, which so like by the end, because we had to keep reusing the same prosthetic, by the end it was just it smelled so
I know,
bad.
I was gonna say stank. Were you filming in the summer too?
Yeah, it
Oh,
upstate New York, so like it isn't that hot. Like it's in like the
yeah.
80s. So, and I'm from
Okay.
Florida too, so like I'm used to like
Oh,
25-degree weather, so it wasn't that bad.
you're used to humidity too. I'm in Maryland, so I'm like used to swamp weather and that kind of thing, but still like all the glue on your face and you're kind of just like smushed in there. I feel like you sweat regardless.
Yeah, by the end of the day, you got a really good scent on you, and the always like the peeling off process, taking it, it's just it feels so amazing.
I mean, you're peeling off your skin basically. It's just,
Yeah,
I feel new. I am a new baby.
and you feel the fresh air on your face, and it's just
Ah.
wow.
So now that you've done some creature work and then, you know, more traditional acting, do you have a favorite one that you like are really liking more than the other? Or, I mean, they both obviously have their merits. Is it kind of something you're glad that you've been able to do both of?
A lot of the actors that like I admire are people who do try and do something different every time. Like
Cool.
they don't want to try and get put into some like, oh, that guy just does that or she
Yeah.
does these types of characters. Like the actors that like I really look up to are always trying to do something. Oh, I just played a comedy. Okay, now I'm going over here to like a serious
Cool.
drama. So It's tough because I mean I loved both doing both of these so much that it's like I can't even really pick which one I
Yeah,
prefer.
that's fair. Especially
Yeah.
because I mean, have since then have you been in any other films, anything coming up that you're excited about?
I've done so many short films since
Okay,
then,
cool.
and like
Oh, wait,
some
I'm
of them
looking at your
are,
IMDb and you lots of like what, four shorts it looks like here. That
yeah, some of them on there are like still doing like festivals, and then
okay.
some of them have just been in post production for like who knows how long. So we'll not sure if we'll see those will see the light of day. And also this summer in like a month I'm supposed to do, or I'm going to do another feature. It shoots in Kansas City, but I can't talk about it. I like just signed a piece of paper the other day that was like you can't talk about it.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. Cool. Well, I'm that's really cool though. But I wanted to go back to an angry boy because it's dealing with some really intense topics, especially with like male sexual assault. And I was curious what conversations were like on set around this topic and around trying to portray it the right way and also like getting into that headspace is so difficult. So what was that like, trying to navigate that on set both internally and externally with the team?
yeah, for sure. My one of my acting teachers, his name's Anthony Abeson. He talks about how when you're a character, like you stand for the stories of like thousands of people. So thousands, I don't know what the number is, but so many men have experienced things like this. And a lot of times it just gets bottled up inside and they never speak about it again.
Well, and we don't as a society don't take male sexual assault seriously at all either, which is like a huge issue in and of itself. So that's a whole other conversation too. But
Yeah. So that was something that was always like very important to me starting out, like doing research and stuff. It can be something it's not a fun topic to research, and look into, but it is something that like I felt I needed to do to learn more about it and try and do my best to, I guess, be able to express what those feelings are like, because in the movie, I don't know if I can like say the spoilers or what the story or
I'll cut around it. We'll just talk about it and I'll cut or edit whatever I need to. You know what I
okay,
mean?
because
Yeah.
like up to a certain point he doesn't even remember it. It's
Yeah.
so just blocked out of his brain that like he doesn't even recall it. But then when the thing happens and the memories do start coming back, it just feels like a flood. And in those moments where like you think back on things like that, it feels like you're re-experiencing it again in that moment. Like the scene with when we're all like in the dining room, I guess it's me, Ricky's mom, and then the doctor. And
Yeah.
doctor is talking about, sorry, someone's honking. The doctor's talking about like what went on to me, like in the scene in that moment. Like every time he's retelling the story, I'm seeing those images, and just I never had that experience before as an actor where like I'm no longer like me. I felt those memories. I saw those things in my head as he was relaying them to me and telling me about it. And from that point forward, it was the okay, we're gonna go get these guys.
Wow. That that's got to be a powerful moment and also a scary moment of like, whoa, like I just became the character and like it's got to be I'm not an actor by any means, so I don't know, but that's got to be such an interesting and weird experience in your brain to be like, whoa, where do I start and where do I end kind of thing.
That was another like one of those moments when we were shooting on set that I was like, whoa, I never thought I could do something like that, or that's literally never happened before. So that was one like I remember at the end of the day, Andrew, the director, like when we were all like changing, like getting our costumes, getting back to ourselves, about to head out for the day, he like came up and was like, what? And like that was a really cool fun day on set, even though it's I guess dark and stuff.
Well, and like, like you said, you guys, it sounded like there was a good vibe on set that was curated to make sure everyone felt like safe and comfortable. So that helps when you like have to kind of come out of it. You have a good little safety net of people around you, which is
Absolutely, yeah.
awesome. Well, I would love to see you in more horror movies, but I'm biased because I love horror. So I know that you want to be in lots of other stuff. So I'm stoked to see what's next though for you.
Yeah, yeah. I really appreciate you, watching both of the movies.